Extra, extra, health benefits, extra, extra, read all about. Hey, watch it, mister. Read all about it. Bill Williamson's gang terrorizes in Marston. Extra, extra.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Salve, salve, gurizada! Banda mais, tchê. Como é que vocês estão, hein, rapaziada? Estamos aqui hoje com Red Dead Redemption 1, versão de PC, né? Estamos iniciando a campanha aí de um dos melhores jogos, né? Já feitos, né, pela Rockstar Games. Esse Red Dead Redemption é de 2010, então foi lançado agora para PC. E a gente vai estar fazendo a campanha aí, gurizada, com... A gente tá iniciando a campanha hoje com vocês aqui, né? Espero que vocês gostem, né, gurizada? Se vocês gostar, a gente continua trazendo os vídeos e vem com live dele também, né? Temos que entrar aqui no salão.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. We're pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front. Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail. Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention. Yeah, yeah.
Usar o control para diminuir a velocidade e o shift para
Fort Mercy, you want to
andar mais
visit?
That's
rápido.
right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most rated back to. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Deal. Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnston, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Deal. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
Damn coyotes! What a waste of good meat. Let's go, Mr. Marston.
That's a good kill.
Be making no trouble. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Whoa there.
Whoa now.
Listen, mister.
Chegamos no Fort.
This here is what's left of Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer.
Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Aproxime-se do Fort Mercer. Vamos lá, então.
Let's go.
Vamos ver o que acontece aqui, gurizada.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
O negócio não vai prestar aí, não.
Well?
Eita!
Oh. Poor John.
Já fumo de vala no início do jogo, rapaz. Já terminou? Aí sim. Acabou o jogo, hein, rapaziada? Zeramos.
Well, you're alive.
Essa mulher aí tava
So
no
it would
início
seem-
no trem, né?
So,
Ela
how
tava
do
no
you
trem.
feel?
No início
I
do
don't know the
jogo.
polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss.
Burro,
See
como
my
assim?
hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Vá até a Bonnie.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Come on, then. I'll show you around the property.
É um bug aqui, hein, gurizada? O cara ficou em cima do cavalo.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Try to keep up, will you? Come on, boys. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. I don't have time to be waiting around. Easy now.
Let's go.
Come on, Mr. Marston, pick up the tape. Gee up! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Easy.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Tinha que dar uma volta aqui, né, na propriedade, né,
Well, are we
para
going
conhecer
inside?
a propriedade. É isso aí.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
O que nós temos que fazer aqui?
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with that, will you? Come on. It's time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use. Good shot. Nice shooting.
Hey.
Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Eliminar os coelhos.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals. Hurry! I bet they're going straight for the chicken coop.
Coiotes. Matar os coiotes. Cadê?
Yeah! Whoa! Nice shot! That coyote won't be back.
Os coiotes estavam pegando as galinhas aqui, rapaz, levando
Shame we
embora.
had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Ali, ó, tinha pegado a galinha, rapaz.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Seems there's something big hanging in the air. Could be good or bad. I was talking to some Blackwater fellas last night.
Você pode dormir, vai acordar às 6 horas depois. Você também pode pegar munição extra no baú do seu quarto. Munição de revólver.
That big mountain lion down by the river killed another
Salvamos o jogo. Mapa. Nossa senhora, mapa grande, hein? Armadilho. Ah, aqui, ó, cidade de Armadilho. Nós estamos aqui, ó. Vamos continuar as missões aqui, rapaziada. Tem mais uma missão pra nós fazer. Vamos ver qual é a próxima missão aí.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these
Corrida de
parts.
cavalo. Vamos lá então.
Come on, boys. 2, 1,
Vamos lá, gurizada.
go!
Vamos
I
ver quem é que vai
trust you're
ganhar.
not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Yeah. Come on.
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
You're not as bad as I thought you'd be. This is gonna be close.
Come on.
Caraca, que corrida difícil, hein?
How's it feel getting beaten by a lady? No, you don't.
Come on.
Giddy up.
I think you chose the wrong horse, Miss McFarland.
Don't look back. I'm coming up behind you.
Come.
ganhar, hein, gurizada. Ah, não. Ganhamos, hein?
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williams.
Achei que tinha perdido.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Toma mais 20. Ó, delegado. E dá pra falar com a Bonnie aqui também. Ver se tem mais alguma missão pra fazer aqui.
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How
Vamos
are
fazer
you?
essa aqui
I'm
já.
well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the reins, Mr. Marston.
Bora, conduz até Armadillo.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. How do you do, sir? You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
Chegamos, gurizada. Chegamos em
So
Armadillo.
this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Ok. Vamos buscar o remédio. Até o consultório médico.
Just finished helping a patient. How can I help you?
Hello there.
I'm selling some good tonics if you need them.
Thank you kindly.
Anything you need, just holler.
Well, look at you.
Well, hello there.
E outros remédios e outros itens ficam guardados na sua bolsa. Aperte B para abri-la. Remédio. Ah, entendi. Legal.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
De alugar e comprar propriedades. Os itens disponíveis para compra nas lojas. Vamos até no delegado aqui. Ver se tem alguma missão para nós fazer.
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys?
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what, you getting kicked with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Oh, no. Put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now? I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
The saloon's this way.
Vamos lá. Acompanhe o delegado Johnson até o salão. Vamos lá.
So who are we looking for?
A bunch of two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walt. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers and armadillos spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
I do what I can, Mr. Marston. We ain't the government.
How do you do?
Where's the dumb rat bastard now? Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months.
Much obliged.
Damn, he's seen us. Come on, don't lose him.
No place you ain't, friend.
Can't lose that trail, boy. Catch up with me when you can.
Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. The whole gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Shola Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from. Hold up, Marston. He must be at the old Pleasance house. Probably best we take it on foot from here.
Yeah!
Chama onde é que estão escondidos, gurizada.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Eita!
Damn. Take cover.
Começaram a meter bala em nós já.
We'll work our way up this hill.
Hey, yeah, you, over here.
Move up to that wagon on your right. I'll cover you. There's one behind the crate. Take him down. Head for the crate, boy. I'll cover you. Take that feller behind the rock, boy. You brought... Move up to that rock. I'll keep you covered. There's another one behind the outhouse. I got my game. You hear me? Good. Now move up to the outhouse, Marston. I'll back you up to the back doorway. Yeehaw! Blast you. Over there. I'll kill you. Your clothes are gonna be a lot redder in a minute. Yeehaw! Just Walton left now. Try to take him alive. swing, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. At least we got the son of a bitch.
Nossa
Not a bad shot,
primeira
Mr. Marston. Why
missão.
don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah. Oh, now.
Vou saquear, né? Vou criar um acampamento aí, gurizada. Você pode fazer viagem rápida para qualquer local habitado do já descoberto. Outra opção é definir um destino em qualquer ponto no mapa do território para viajar para a estrada mais próxima. Vamos ver aqui. Viajar. Ir para a armadilha. Ir para Rancho McFarlane. Eu acho que é esse aqui mesmo. Vamos para lá. Vamos ver qual é a próxima missão, hein,
Mr.
rapaziada.
Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarlane?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarlane.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarlane, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother-in-arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. I said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Monte no seu cavalo. Ok.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows? Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
Easy now.
Nice job, Mr. Marston. He's got it. Stay behind him, Mr. Marston.
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing. Whoa.
Ain't that hard, is it?
This way. We need to take them out to the pasture.
Come on.
He's just showing off now.
Whoa there.
Keep going, Mr. Marston. Nail it down.
All right. Let's move this large herd out to the farm pasture.
Vamos lá então. Conduz as vacas até o
Keep
velho
sweeping
carvalho.
behind them. That way they'll stay
Okay.
together.
Barney's gonna love this.
Go.
That's a big herd for your first time.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Let's hit it.
Delegado Johnson. Salvamos um cara aí.
There's much treasure here. You want map? I retire. Here, take map.
Eu ganhei um mapa do tesouro aqui,
Thanks,
gurizada.
mister. I could use a little luck.
Mapa do tesouro. O tesouro tá no meio de umas pedras, ó, gurizada. Ó, passou. Fazer um negócio aqui. Acampamento. E para armadilho. Para armadilho.
Come on.
How are you? Naturally, nobody wants to carry it.
Why me? He's just a boy. Oh, they took my boy. My boy.
Who did?
He's missing. He's only a youngster. My boy is missing.
Where? Who took him?
Them people in the hills. Them hills near Hanging Rock. They took him.
Can't the police force help you?
Oh, they can't even help themselves. Please, sir. My son is missing. I need your help.
If I find him, I'll bring him back to you.
Missão secundária, né, gurizada? Eu posso fazer depois também. Acho que eu vou fazer a do delegado aqui primeiro. Vamos ver o que tem.
Hello? Hello? It's Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. If it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of theys.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshall! 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 I've just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
Vamos lá. Pegar os ladrões de gado.
I'm begging you. Please find him.
Think about moving on. How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Keep up, boy. We don't want to miss the Ballard twins. Stay with us, Marston. You never know. The Ballard twins might have set up an ambush. I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash. came in a wild land, bringing modernization and betterments to the West. It's only made the rich richer and the poor poorer, and it's killed a way of life.
Building a factory over a field ain't gonna help nobody I know.
Look at what they've done to the natives for God knows how many years now. It's hardly like they're gonna suddenly start respecting a man's right to work his land.
That's different. They're savages.
It ain't that different, Jonah.
Are you sure we're the Ballard twins, Eli?
Sure as shooting. I'd know those boys any place.
Are these the same rustlers who've been causing the McFarlands so much trouble?
Nearly there. Everybody dismount and follow me.
Whoa there.
Head for the fort. Be ready, boys. We're probably going to be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Music to my ears, Marshal.
Look out! Okay, boys, you head down that left fork. I'll take the right. Marston, you can come with me or go with them. Hellfire!
Let's go, Marston. Get a move on.
Move it out. Stay together.
That was some pretty damn good shooting, John.
Yup. Maybe you ain't the tenderfoot I thought you was.
Coming from you, friend, that's a real compliment.
For Christ's sakes. Are you kidding? Stay with me.
Looks like that's all of them for now. Let's push forward to the bridges. Hell no!
This way.
I can't take much more of this!
You rustlers make me sick.
Let's get it done.
You sure put that feller to bed! Oh my good lord!
Too close!
Are you kidding me?
I need it more than you now.
What are you waiting for? Do something!
Who's that there?
Oh my good God! Your rusty days are over.
You might as well give it up now! Hey, was that you or me?
Yeah! Yeah!
Eyes got my bridge looks clear. Let's join the others.
What have we got here? Damn, those Ballard twins have got themselves an army.
Yeah, rustling's a profitable business, and they ain't short on willing recruits these days.
Why the man break his back working 12 hours a day for a rancher who can't afford to pay him?
But the rancher can't pay him because those sons of bitches are robbing his cattle.
Yep, it's one of them vicious circle things the marshal keeps jawing about. Look lively! They're all across the ridge!
This ends right here!
Come on, let's take that ridge!
Woo! Keep dropping like that, boy!
Follow me!
We're done for!
We've come from Mr. Gulch's cattle!
I'll kill you twice, you son bitch! We should cross paths with the marshal up here.
He's been giving them hell on the other side.
That marshal of yours sure doesn't seem to mind getting his hands dirty.
Oh, he ain't afraid to pull the trigger, all right.
And he's been after these rustlers for a long time.
He'd tell you he's all about the book, let the judge decide a man's fate, but he doles out plenty of his own justice, too. Come on, keep up!
Where's your branding iron now?
More of these son bitches, smoking boys!
Stop doing that!
That's it! I wouldn't do that if I was you, boy.
Let's push on to the bridges.
Son of a bitch! We have to help him, quick! Follow me!
Come on, you coward!
I plant you shallow without a reason, boy!
Don't just stand there!
Careful, you boys. Come on, let's regroup.
For Christ's sake!
I can't take much more of this! I'll kill the hell out of you!
Oh, you got one! Are you kidding?
Oh my good God!
You ain't leaving Pike's Basin alive! What
This
the
looks as good a
hell?
spot as any. Gather around and listen up. All right, stealthy as you can, boys.
Vamos
Let's get as
saquear
close to
aqui,
those
né?
bastards as we can.
Tem dinheiro aqui. Catar dinheiro, né?
Iron wheel, boy! Try to keep them cattle and hostages alive! What's
Come
that?
on! Let's get these sons of bitches!
We got one!
Give it up now!
Just drop the gun! It ain't worth it!
My God! Tell the Ballards to give themselves up, or we'll kill every last one of you! Damn you! Looks like the Ballards won't be rustling again anytime soon. Quick, let's get those hostages freed.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done. Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
But one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. Wes Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman. The Khan's housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Hello.
Ó o jogo. Bom, é isso aí, rapaziada. O vídeo já tá ficando muito longo, né? Primeiro episódio, nós vamos até aí. Se vocês gostaram, deixem aquele like aí pra ajudar, né? Pra me ajudar aqui. Deixa o like. Se você não é inscrito no canal, ainda se inscreve aí pra ajudar, né? Obrigado aí a todos que estão assistindo o vídeo e que estão aí, né? E se vocês gostaram do vídeo, querem que eu faça mais vídeo do jogo, mais lives, né? Sobre o jogo também, vocês deixem aí nos comentários, né? Que a gente volta essa semana aí com a live de continuação aí do jogo. Ou mais algum vídeo pra vocês, né? Deixa aí nos comentários o que vocês preferem. Vocês gostam de vídeo? Vocês gostam de live? Querem que eu continue no jogo? Não querem? Se gostaram, deixa o likeão, né? Se inscreve aí. E fique com Deus, né? Abraço do Gaúcho. Até a próxima.